I was originally against the U.S.-Iran deal because Iran, is a reckless agent, and we don't want to support that government. But you know what? We should keep it. This is actually working. And as a result of blowing it up, and now as a result of engaging in this unilateral illegal strike on Iran, joining Israel, what you have done is ramped up the race towards nuclear armament. Because if I'm Iran, right, and I'm speaking and I'm thinking about my survival, I realize I can't trust America. And I realize if I get a nuclear weapon, they can't do this shit to me, right? So if
Right.
anything, like everything Trump touches, he made it worse. He made it worse. And this is where, Brian, not just Democrats, but even there's an America First portion of MAGA, right? Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene,
Yep.
Thomas Massey. And I even said this on Piers Morgan. I said, if Trump, who's a piece of shit, who I hate, if Trump could be the first president in my lifetime who actually tells Israel, F you. You better stop occupying, stop the genocide, stop the settlements, stop unilaterally striking Iran with, you can't do it with our weapons and our money anymore. You know what would have happened? Israel would stop because it needs our support. And I would have said, well done, Trump. You did something that every other president should have done, but he got dog walked by Netanyahu. And it was because of his ego, Brian. The reporting says it was because of vibes, not intelligence. He threw Tulsi Gabbard under the bus. And if he's throwing Tulsi Gabbard under the bus and saying, I don't trust your intelligence, that means he's not trusting U.S. intelligence. So the question I have for you, Brian, if Donald Trump, the president of the United States of America, ain't trusting U.S. intelligence, whose intelligence is he relying upon?
Well, I think he made it very clear. Israel's intelligence and even Iran. Of course, Iran is going to say that their nuclear capabilities were blown to smithereens because they don't want to be attacked anymore. And now all of a sudden, Donald Trump is going to listen to Iran. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And last I checked, Israel's intelligence helped George W. Bush lead into an ill-advised war where we were told weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. And we're not listening to our own intelligence because it only makes Donald Trump look bad.
That literally what you said. In my entire lifetime, I've had Benjamin Netanyahu come up every decade and say Iran has a nuclear weapon. And literally 90 days ago, Tulsi Gabbard, of all people, said, no, Iran does not have a nuclear weapon. All the intelligence agencies said, nope, it does not. It's not close to having a nuclear weapon. But Netanyahu, who's been saying this for 3 decades, and you and I are old enough, Brian, we remember 9/11, and remember look, with Bush, they had to lie. They had to engineer a lie to go to war to Iraq, right? Trump didn't even lie, just on a whim he did it, right? And that theater that they did, right, with Colin Powell humiliating himself with that vial of showing the vial of anthrax, and right, Benjamin Netanyahu came all the way from Israel and supported that war course and said, you have to join in attacking Iran. And thankfully, Bush said, no, we'll just do a disastrous war against Iraq and Afghanistan. And instead, he's been on it for 3 decades. Even last year, Netanyahu came to U.S. Congress. And what did he say? U.S., I need your help to bomb Iran. And Biden said, nah. Biden didn't meet him, if you recall, right? And Kamala Harris gave a very kind of awkward stance, no bear hug. So this is why elections matter, right? I think Biden was disastrous when it came to Gaza. I think he enabled and emboldened Netanyahu, who felt like he could do this without any repercussions. But it was Democrats, and specifically Obama, who had the diplomacy, and the diplomacy worked. And it actually shows Democrats. I want Democrats to come out and say this. The failure of Democrats. Why aren't they reminding people that it was Democrats who had diplomacy, right? That Donald Trump lied. He went against his own promise. He was supposed to be America first. It was supposed to be about peace and security. He said that Biden would lead us into war with Iran. No, it's Trump's war. But this is where the Democratic Party is. Maybe they should hire you and me.